today. All right, I'm so excited to welcome our next guest to the show. There he is. We've got Mr. Austin Sumrall. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy to be on the show.
Well, great. And we're so happy you're with us here on Thanksgiving week. Before I get into some of the pertinent questions I think are on everyone's mind, I just want to remind listeners of your very decorated resume. You're the chef and owner of White Pillars in Biloxi, Mississippi. We want to hear all about that. In 2023, you were the South winner on Food Network's Alex versus America, 2021 Great American Seafood King, and in 2020 a semi-finalist for the Beard Foundation. So you are the exact expert we need to be talking to as folks are gearing up for Thanksgiving. With that, what do you have any advice for folks? This can, for some, be a stressful time. Do you have any advice for folks as they are preparing meals, big or small, for their family this Thanksgiving week?
Well, I think my main advice would be that it's supposed to be fun, it's family, and I think that's usually how we approach it. Sometimes our Thanksgiving dinners might get a little crazy and a little complicated, but we try to keep in mind that this is something that's supposed to be fun while you're cooking and you're getting in there with your family and all that kind of stuff, and not to stress out too much. It's just dinner.
Yeah, that's right. It's just food. It's just food. So will you be cooking your family meal, and do you have any key dishes that you are responsible for that will be on the table?
So we actually do ours early every year. We actually cooked our Thanksgiving meal yesterday because we're open. And we have ever since we opened the restaurant. So that's it's been the past 7 years. We've always done an early Thanksgiving, and we usually do a themed Thanksgiving. So this year we did Italian Thanksgiving. My favorite from yesterday was we did a gnocchi casserole with fresh mushrooms and butternut squash. That was pretty incredible.
That sounds incredible. And what a fun way to go about it. So will White Pillars, is that going to be open on Thanksgiving? Is that why you do the family before? Or will you be catering for various meals for folks?
Yes, White Pillars is actually open. It's one of our busiest days of the year. There's a lot of people that, either don't have family in town or don't feel like cooking and cleaning. And we've been completely booked for the past week and a half, which is really exciting. We're excited to get to bring people in and, take care of what sometimes is a stressful meal for people. And, it's always a good time, and there's always a lot of fun White Pillars on Thursday too.
That's great. So if you're fully booked, that means if folks haven't made their reservations, they probably shouldn't show up thinking that they'll get a table. Is that the case?
Yes. On those big holidays like that, we do it's reservations only. So there's a possibility for some cancellations here in the next couple of days, but it's relatively unlikely that much will open up between now and Thursday.
So folks, maybe they could call and get on a wait list just in case there's last minute cancellations. Maybe so, but not to get anyone's hopes up. Okay, so if you're cooking in Biloxi, I grew up, my father was from Ocean Springs, and my grandmother used to always make cornbread dressing, or she would make her dressing, and it had oysters in it, which, that seafood flair. Do you serve anything at White Pillars that is reflective of, your roots in seafood and how you integrate some of the local food into your dishes?
Of course. So I kind of love that on the coast, just tradition for Thanksgiving. So we have an oyster soup on our Thanksgiving menu this year. And then, of course, we've got some other delicious seafood on there, too. We couldn't not do it. And we do kind of a mix of traditional-ish Thanksgiving dishes and then some stuff that you would find on our regular menu. So we'll have our Korean barbecue pork belly, and then of course local fish, and just of course lots of delicious things.
I know. Well, I'm up here in Oxford, but you're really making it enticing to come down there. Tell us a little bit about White Pillars. When did y'all get started, and what was behind it in establishing your restaurant in Biloxi?
So, my wife and I, we always knew we wanted to open a worked in a few different well-known restaurants around the South, and we both grew up in Mississippi, and we knew we wanted to open a restaurant in Mississippi. And we started looking for spaces. This is getting close to 10 years ago now, and we just came across the beautiful building that is White Pillars. We got a chance to bring back a piece of history for the coast that had been empty for and also give us a beautiful space to serve diners on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So it was really exciting and a little scary, but overall super fun, and it's going really well. And we love it. It's actually going so well that we've opened a second restaurant in Gulfport called Siren Social Club that we're pretty excited about. It's been open for less than a month.
Oh, wow. And I was looking at some of your social media posts this morning, and I saw your announcement about Siren Social Club. Tell folks what that's about, and how do they, if they're in the area and they want to experience it, what do they need to do to get a reservation?
Kind of the same thing that happened with White Pillars. It's an old building. It was built in 1920. It had been empty since 2001, and my wife and I, when we went and visited it, we had never really planned to do anything in Gulfport, but same kind of idea. We fell in love with the building, felt like we could see the potential for what could be there, and we wanted to bring back, another empty space back to the Gulf Coast, and it's been really exciting. My wife had a big hand in designing the restaurant and the hotel that it's in, and it's a lot smaller than White Pillars. So if you are coming, definitely reservations on that one. It's only 40 seats versus White Pillars is 150. But it's really intimate, fun vibe in that restaurant. It's been awesome. We've had a great support from the community, and it's just been super busy and really fun. And the hotel is really awesome too. So it's inside. It's on 24th and 14th in downtown Gulfport, and the hotel is awesome. It's kind of picking up steam on its busyness, and we're just excited for a new project.
Yeah, well, I would also encourage folks to go on either Instagram or Facebook. I was looking at some of the pictures this morning. The ambiance it's really cool. We'll definitely try to stop by the next time we get down on the coast. Now, this is a question from Lance. I don't know if you know, but today is National Cake Day. So we wanted to know, what is your favorite cake, and what's your favorite cake to eat, and what is your favorite cake to cook, just in case those are two different things for you.
So I tend to leave the design in the professional setting. I can make a cake, but it's not my favorite thing to do. My probably go-to is typically a carrot cake, and I like to eat it and I like to make it. Maybe because it has actual vegetables in it that it makes me feel better about it. But that's probably my favorite.
It's definitely healthy if it has vegetables in it. I feel the same way about zucchini
right,
bread. That's right. That's how we do it in the South. Well, that's a great answer. That's actually my husband's favorite cake as well. One more thing, I know that you and your wife met at Ole Miss. Y'all are a part of the culinary school, the hospitality and culinary school up there. I just wanted to give a little shout out to that great organization. They do a lot of great work in Oxford, but that is trickling down to the southern part of the state as well. And I love what you're doing. It's not not just about good food, but also this aspect of revitalizing old buildings. I just think that that's a wonderful mission, and also a great opportunity for folks to try your good food. We've got to take a quick break, Austin, but thank you so much for joining us. Y'all have already had a happy Thanksgiving, but I hope White Pillars has many happy Thanksgivings for the people who are going to be coming in on Thursday. For our listeners, y'all stay tuned. We've got much more after the break.